What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, and we're back with a musical journey that has been waiting a great while. As always, big shout out to Han Solo, who shared an immense amount of music and has been very patient with a lot of these deep dives. And yes, it's Billy Idol. This is certainly an artist I'm familiar with through reputation and a handful of songs, meaning songs like Rebel Yell, Eyes Without a Face, Dancing with Myself. Like, I know some of his hits, or at least what I perceive to be his hits, because they made it through on the radio when I was a kid, and I remember hearing them. Rebel Yell is maybe the one I remember hearing and enjoying the most, and certainly that is one that I know reasonably well. And that is relevant because Han Solo has shared two Billy Idol albums with me, self-titled 1982, we're going to start with that, and then the album Rebel Yell. So I don't know how far ahead of that, or how far ahead of the self-titled album, but I'm guessing it's maybe the next one in the sequence. In any case, the self-titled album is 1982, and the first track is Come On, Come On. And I don't think I've ever heard that. Certainly, I don't recognize it by name. But yeah, I'm aware he has this kind of, like, on the edge of punk type of look, and while the tunes I've heard don't really strike me as punk rock, I don't know if maybe he has a bit of that, like, post-punk, like, edgy pop, like new wave sort of vibe. So I do wonder, like, stylistically where a lot of this music will be. And Eyes Without a Face, that one, if I'm remembering it correctly, is sort of like ballad-like. It's, a bit heavier, a bit slower. So yes, I do imagine there's going to be some diversity. In any case, Come On, Come On, it sounds like an entreaty, a command, a request, imploring people onward, and that can of course be more general or broad, said to anyone listening. It can be in relation to someone specifically, even like in an intimate context. So I feel like this could be on some different scales, and I'm not quite sure what to expect, in part because I really don't know his music outside of a few tunes. I will try to catch what I can. Let's give it a listen. This is Billy Idol and the opening song on his 1982 self-titled album, Come On, Come On.
Because I believe in a love that is so strong. It's a love crush number one. If a love crushes, come on, 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 come on. Yeah, I say come on, come on, come on, come on. I say come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
So number one, I really like his vocals, and again, I know his voice to a certain extent, and I know he can get, very fiery and with a bit of rasp. And although that doesn't happen too much here, it's like the lead into the chorus, the pre-chorus. There's like the last line or two before he gets to the chorus. He does turn up the heat a little bit vocally. Definitely sounds like there's some vocal backing singers who are not Billy, though I did wonder if some of the backing vocals were him just layered, but what is it? It's like this. I forget what the phrase was, but there was a sort of sing-songy backing vocal, male vocals that sounded like somebody else or other people, and then I think there was a female vocal that I heard in the back half of the tune. But yeah, I enjoy the vocals, and indeed, it does have that kind of like early 80s new wave, like sort of alternative pop or edgy type of pop rock. So yeah, again, I'll be keen to, get a sense, and I get it, labels, like even official categories, or categories that people often use to define things, especially from certain eras, or coming from certain places, they're often imperfect, and some songs have like hybrid stylings where there's certain aspects that you could maybe see as part of like different genres. So I get this is always an exercise in semantics when it comes to like putting labels on music. But yeah, that's kind of where my brain took these sonics, and I did enjoy kind of the bass guitar progression. And yeah, like, it's interesting. Lyrically, it does sound in one sense like he's talking about love life and love making, but he's like saying like, no one's gonna, what was the phrase? No one's gonna, not force you, but like something into your, or something, no one's gonna do this to your love life tonight. But then there were other lines where it sounded like he was maybe talking like societally or more broadly, so I'm not quite sure if this is dual layered or multi-layered, or whether some of the lines are sort of said, figuratively, or like to express an idea that is actually, more narrow. But yeah, it does feel like this is urging people onward or encouraging them to take things as he's describing. So yeah, it's one I'll have to hear more. And again, if you happen to be new here, this is kind of an old school setup. I just listen to tracks the way I always have, whether it's putting on a record or a CD or a track. I just kind of let the song wash over me. I catch what I can. I listen to the lyrics as well as I can pick them up on a first listen. And, in years back, I would listen to a tune several times, and if after, I don't know, a half dozen listens, I still wasn't sure about a lyric, then I'd look in the pamphlet, or in more recent times, I'd look online. But yeah, I don't force myself to over-interpret a track right away, and ultimately, as I've been doing these videos now for a few years, what has happened as more and more people have joined these deep dives is oftentimes, fans of the artist of the band will say, hey, here's what he's talking about here, or here's what he said in an interview about the song, and so on. And as I also say, lyrics, they are a dialogue between artist and listener. A song can be written for a very specific meaning or with a very specific tale that's being told by the artist, but inevitably the listener filters those words through their own understandings, their own experiences, their own state of mind, and that can lead to interpretations which are by no means illegitimate, even if they are separate from what the artist had specifically in mind. So either way, it's one that I'll let wash over me some more, but do let me know if you have some insights in the comments, and I will look forward to more from Billy. I do think Eyes Without a Face is on this album. Let me just check to make sure. No, it's not. But White Wedding, oh, that's another one. Yeah, I definitely know White Wedding. So that is one that I will be keen to hear. And let me just check to see what is on Rebel Yell besides that title track, which I'm very much looking forward to, because not only do I know that track, but I'm a big fan of it. Okay, Eyes Without a Face is on Rebel Yell, so we'll look forward to that. But yeah, most of these other ones I don't recognize by name at all, so yeah, I'm keen to reconnect with a few tunes of his that I do know, and then to hear a lot more from Billy over the course of these two albums. So once again, thank you to Han Solo. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.